thanks for helping me with getting the word out about Impact Profile. What do you think of the idea?
I think it's a brilliant idea. The idea of using social media, which is, let's be honest, still quite a new entity in international society, in the global community, for positive action, in inspiring positive action, harnessing people's positive work so that it almost becomes like a positive currency. It's almost a currency by which you can say, look, I do these positive actions and please judge me on them. And therefore creating communities that are like-minded and just encouraging people to see that positive action gets you something is a wonderful thing. I mean, it's one of those brilliant ideas that I'm furious I didn't have it myself and delighted that I'm living in a time when someone has had this idea and that I can be a part of encouraging people to take part in it and embrace it.
Yeah. I mean, both of us aren't highly academic. I mean, actually, I should speak for myself because you were. I mean, you may well.
Clearly, I'm not.
no, but I remember us talking about this. I mean,
What about the number of O levels we both got? You can count on one hand.
Well, yeah, well, you've got them all then. So well done. But so therefore, the idea. Well, I mean, actually, I've got a D in pottery, of course, as you know. But the idea that we can judge, when we're looking at a human being, we're saying, well, we can look at your academics, but what does that really mean? It doesn't really say much about who I am. So therefore, but if we can look at your impact and your values and really what you represent, looking through a kaleidoscope and you see the beautiful colours of a human being.
Although in truth, both are as important as each other. I mean, obviously, academic achievement is hugely admirable, but what's wonderful is all these things that people do, whether it's just the way they sort their litter at home, whether it's that they've considered, I remember when my daughter came home from school and she was, quite rightly, I was brushing my teeth and I left the tap on and she was like, what are you doing? Now to her generation, turning the tap off, that was a new chapter for me. That was a new step for me because I didn't have to, when I grew up, I didn't have to think about those things because I just wasn't smart, I wasn't educated in that way. Yeah. There are little details like that we all know we have to alter in the way we live. Now to somehow harness that and make it a part of who you are is a wonderful celebration of positive action that is often done behind closed doors.
Yeah, I think that's the point, isn't it? We work very hard to build a portfolio of academic qualifications, but we could also work very hard to create, impact in the world, to have strong values that are equally,
quantifiable, really.
Yeah, and then therefore we can look at that person, whether we want them to come to our university or work within our corporation or have an internship.
And even that in
and
itself.
say, that's the kind of person I want to work with.
Yeah, and even that will have its nuances in that, I'm sure there'll be a time when everyone will have an impact profile and therefore someone will say, well, look, the work you're doing in this area, I think you're better suited to this organisation because that's what they're really good at. We're looking for people who are really good in this area, which is another area of, because there'll be 5 main areas, won't there? And obviously, one will specialise in one of those areas.
Yes.
Society, equality, whatever it may be, environment, and of course you may be absolutely scoring through the roof in environment, and that's clearly an area that you want to look in towards going in.
Yeah, very interesting. Just like you would with different geography or history or art.
Exactly. Where do you want to take that subject, and what university will better serve it? Well, again, it will help.
It's very interesting. I actually haven't made that
people.
connection, that the 5 pillars of peace, equality, society, health and environment are actually like languages.
Yeah, subjects. Is it humanities? Is it a science? Is it maths? Yeah.
Very, very interesting. So who do you think it's for? Who is Impact Profile for?
It's for humanity. I mean, what's beautiful about it is it puts the individual into a place where they can reflect, and it's a word I keep using, but I realise it's a good term for it, quantify their positive action. But then, the individual and the individual's effect on as a whole will have a better effect. So ultimately, it's a way of encouraging, using in a practical and in a positive way a better way of living, a better way of being, and celebrating that, giving it some worth.
Yeah, excellent. Well, listen, thank you for helping us get it out there, man.
Pleasure.
It'll be a good journey. Cheers, mate.
I hope so.